Hey guys, welcome back to my 31 day challenge where I speak in front of the camera every day for 10 minutes and post it to YouTube to force me to be more consistent, reliable, disciplined, and just help me to improve my orating in front of the camera and, just be more comfortable in this setting and with the process. Today is day number 30, so today is actually like my second to last day, technically. I missed day two, so I'm gonna be doing an extra day, but on paper it is the second to last day, which is really, really cool. And if you're here returning, if you've like seen any of the episodes before and you're here today, like thank you so much. Like I really, really do appreciate it because your boy's been struggling. But we've done it, man. We've actually got this far. Today I had just kind of two things I wanted to talk about. I had an epiphany today. Oh wait, first before I do that, let me just point out, if you're here for the first time, thank you for joining. And if you're returning, I think I already said that. Anyway, I had an epiphany. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, sorry. Before I go on to the epiphany I had, let's talk about the day. So obviously I was working last night. Last night I was actually really productive, just putting a lot of things into place, looking at things I need for next year, working through those playlists, those watch later videos you never watch later, finally getting around to watching them. And it was a really insightful night for me. I came back, slept the whole day, haven't done anything, woke up, literally ate, went straight back to work. So I'm back in work now. I had an epiphany though today, and it's funny because I was speaking to one of my friends, and sometimes someone breaks down like the way you are in like an argument or a debate, and they were just like, and basically, long story short, yeah, I'm gonna start with a flashback. So this story is a young Shay story. I call it a young Shay nerd story, because I was a nerd. This is a nerdy aspect of life in it. So boom, imagine I don't know how old I am, let's say 14 or 15, one of these young ages, and it's Christmas. Imagine you get home normally. So these times, sometimes my dad wouldn't be home for Christmas because he'd be traveling, so he might be in Zimbabwe, but this time he was in England for Christmas. So this is like, you're excited, your dad's here for Christmas, the whole family's together, and you get home and you're excited, yeah. I think, so we used to want to open the Christmas presents on Boxing Day, because I don't know, we heard that somewhere. So we were like, yeah, earlier, let's open the Boxing Day. But my dad would never let us. He'd always say, you have to wait till after you've ate on Christmas Day. So imagine we've been waiting now. It's Christmas Day. We've been waiting. We've ate. You can open your presents. My dad's present for me is big. He's big, bro. I'm thinking, oh, Xbox, PlayStation. Who knows? Maybe some cool thing that no one else has, Like, I'm excited, yeah? I get to opening my present. Fashion, yeah, tearing it. I can see, through the wrapping paper, I can see what looks like pages. And I'm thinking, maybe it's a really cool book. Like a cool book though, like something cool. And I keep opening it anyway. And basically, it was a dictionary. Yep. My dad got me a dictionary for Christmas. And at the time, I can't really remember exactly how I felt, but I feel as though, because I knew my dad, and my dad's always been like school first, church first, like religion first. Religion in school is the most important things in the universe. Like everything else comes second. It was, I feel like it wouldn't have been a super surprise, but at the same time, it's like, imagine getting what you asked for Christmas, huh? But here's the thing. So back then, I can't remember how I felt, but it's always been a funny story for me that I tell people, because no one will believe, like, people find that hard to fathom, that like, wait, you got a dictionary for Christmas? My sister got that same year, my sister got it's like a book about animals, but like an encyclopedia about animals. So every animal, just bare information on them. I don't know what she did with that book. But anyway, long story short, yeah, today I had an epiphany, which is the fact that that book, me getting a dictionary right, first of all, makes so much sense as to why I am the way I am now. If you know anyone who knows me, if I'm debating anything, arguing something, or if there's a miscommunication between me and someone else, if I think something and someone else thinks something, the first thing I will do is look it up. Like, research may as well be my middle name. And I think it's because when I was young, I used to love reading. And I used to read to the point where, like, I could be in a room with loads of people and almost not even know what was happening in the room. Just completely not even be there while I'm in my book, because I loved reading. So I feel like he got me the dictionary because I would often say, what does this mean? What does this mean? Because I'd find words in books that I didn't know the meaning of. And so through having the dictionary now, anytime there was a word that I didn't know what it meant, of course, I got used to just opening my dictionary, which is kind of the same thing I do with Google now. If there's something I don't understand, I'll just jump into Google. People who don't Google things, yeah, I don't know. I don't know for you. You've been given a dictionary of life that you can just type it in and you don't. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, I think a big reason for me being the way I am now is having that dictionary and having that style of like, oh, when I don't know something, I got used to looking for it. And now, because of like how much I read and how much words were important, like the actual meaning of words and what exactly it represents was important to me. It leads to like now when I argue, or I wouldn't say argue because in my head I've never thought it as arguing. I've never thought of it as arguing, but one of my friends pointed this out and they were like, from their perspective, you know, when someone paints something from the outside and they're like, it's mad because I'm finally understanding why you win a lot of your like arguments. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't argue to win. I'm always just trying to find like, because I actually don't. Like, I used to when I was a kid, but I've been over that for a long time. Like now, if I'm having a back and forth with someone, I truly have to care about the person, first of all. And there has to be something I can gain. Like, I'm not doing it to just prove something. Like, I don't gain anything from winning an argument. So I don't see it that way. But they were like, the reason you win all your arguments, because, you know, from the outside looking in, whether I'm thinking it's an argument or not, whether it's a light debate or a whatever, to someone else it can look like an argument. And the reason I win in their perspective is because I listen to words, and words matter so much to me that if someone's emotional and not careful with their words, I'll end up using those words against them. And it works out that way a lot in life. And I've never thought of that, you know, like a good example. I'll tell a story. Should I tell the story? I'm gonna summarize it and miss out some details, right? But basically, there's a security guard in a shop, and he's wilding, not me. And he like comes up to me and he's like fuming and he's just shouting something. I can't really remember what he's shouting. And I remember like speaking to him normally, and he shouts again, and I speak normally, and then he comes down and starts speaking, and then long story short, he shouts again. But then because he wasn't very good with words, or like he wasn't making any sense, long story short, he was just shouting stuff without actually having like a sound argument, whereas I was making sense. So in the end, he ended up actually just leaving the situation because he looked like he was messing up. He looked like the bad guy in the situation because of how he was coming off, because he didn't know how to communicate properly. So it's one of them where like in a lot of situations that I'm in, because words are so important to me, I really, really listen a lot and break it down to myself. And I hold words against people. And it's not on purpose. It's a realization. It's something that I'm realizing today, is that because words mean so much to me, and because I've always been so like word orientated, if I'm speaking to someone who doesn't really care for words as much, it's almost like they're handicapped, because you're gonna say something that's gonna end up tripping you up, and you can't argue with yourself. That's my favorite line in life, is you can't argue with yourself. If I say this and then someone says you said this, I can't go against myself. Like, I'll look stupid if I then try and double down and argue. I have to hold my hands up and say I was either lying at this point, or I was either tripping, or like I was wrong. Like, you have to admit that. Do you know what I mean? And people hate admitting when they're wrong. So it's just interesting to learn that, you know, that Christmas present, which may not have been the greatest Christmas present at all at the time, now allows me to be able to really have deep conversations, to really understand people, to really kind of communicate what I want from a situation and understand how to get it a lot more, because I've had that experience of like, you know, researching and looking up. That's my 10 minutes. But yeah, real quick, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna throw in the vlog series cover. I know it's supposed to come this month, but I had too much on my plate. That's the truth. I can hold my hands up and admit I had too much on my plate. So this January, I will have completed this and I will be literally committing to the vlog series. So the first episode will be dropping on January the 14th. I'm excited for that, and I will be putting the cover some point. So it might, okay, I'll click my fingers. That's an audio cue, guys, in case you okay, yeah, right here, that's when it's gonna show up my the intro, the cover, the first cover, the, what do you even call it? The cover? Just the cover, yeah. The cover for the series is complete. I finished it yesterday. I really like it. So let me know what you guys think. Next year there's a lot planned. So I'm gonna be doing like review shows with my brother, you know. I'm gonna be having good debates over sports. He supports United, so you know, there's something wrong with him. But I support Liverpool. So, you know, it'd be interesting to sit down and talk about football, sport. We also both quite into UFC and boxing and stuff like that. So we'll be talking about stuff like that, but it won't be super serious. So please don't come here looking for professional opinions on anything, because we don't take ourselves too seriously. But that will be a more serious thing that will be coming is I will be doing a talk show where I feel like, because I'm in a unique position where I've met so many different people from different areas, I feel like I've got too many people that I've met that just, it's not fair to not put them all in a room and have a conversation. And it excites me to see how that would play out with so many like strong characters who are smart and educated, you know. We'll see. But yeah, the talk show will definitely be coming. Hoping to sort out the panel some point during the early January, so that will be coming. And then finally, I'm hoping to do a short series. There'll be short series so that I've got some regular projects to be working on. I'm out of time. I'm at 12 minutes, so I'll have to talk about it more tomorrow. But moments, myself, there's just a lot of stuff coming next year, so stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are ready for the next year. It's a day away now, so if you got anything that you need to leave in 2023, now's the time, guys. Like, cut it off, innit? But yeah, thank you guys for checking in. Have a good night. Love, peace, bye.